Welcome to WDDR.
Hi everyone. Welcome to Digital One Up. If you can't tell, I'm kind of nervous because it's our first episode, but we'll try and make it as high quality as we can for you guys. My name is Brady, and I will be one of your hosts for today. Gentlemen, would you like to introduce the rest of you?
Sup, I'm Gabe. I'm also one of the hosts.
What's up? I'm Benjamin Wilson. I'm going to be your main host.
And, alright, so, since this is our first episode and we're focusing on games, we might as well give you a rundown on some of gaming's biggest hits throughout the decades. So, let's get started, shall we?
To kick things off, let's go to the first ever video game.
Game known as Tennis for Two, released in 1958. The concept was simple. You control two little characters who is playing a tennis game. Aim on a two-dimensional court. You just hit the ball back and forth, and whoever has the most points wins. Simple. Just like tennis. Okay, I bet tennis is a lot more complicated, but still.
Don't need to go in that much about it. It's no big deal.
My
But
bad.
it's super simple, not complicated. First ever video game out there.
Right.
But this was the first game that helped start off the beginning of how video games started to change, because first ever video game ever seen before.
And afterwards, towards a long time later, created the first game that a lot of people consider the true first game, Space War, released around a few months later or so. Oh.
19... What does that say?
58. Yeah. The game was simple. You control two little spaceships flying around a star. And your goal is to just blast each other until one of you goes down. Last man standing wins. Simple.
I have a question for you.
Yeah?
What do you think makes a good video game?
Well, when it comes to making video games, something I feel like needs to be prioritized is gameplay. Essentially, if the game functions well, it does well. But also, looks and audio are good too. There's such a thing as too much of something.
What about you?
I'm more for replayability. Like, obviously, you saying gameplay. Like, that's what a video game is, man. You have to have good gameplay for a good game. But I think being able to replay a game and still enjoy it just as much is also pretty important.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
Replayability is one thing that always keeps the gamer hooked and is always an enjoyable factor.
Yeah, you love to see those old classics.
Now,
So now,
let's get to the 70s and talk about the first few major games that actually start being seen in arcades and whatnot.
and the first up, we have possibly one of the granddaddies of all video games, Pong. You all know Pong. I don't think we really need to explain too much about it. You just control two little paddles and knock a ball back and forth. Simple, right? Like most games were at the time. But don't worry, things will get a little more complicated soon. Just you wait. Okay.
Say something.
Test 1, 2.
This one too, gentlemen. All right.
Okay, then.
Next up, we have possibly one of the first games out there to spark controversy. See, Death Race. This game was a driving game. You control a little car and drive over your enemies. Simple. This game sparked controversy because it was originally thought that you were running over people in the game. That was not the case. You were running over gremlins, but it did cause people to maybe think that video games might influence their children's behavior. Still, that didn't stop people from playing these games. And that didn't stop more games from being developed in the future.
Think what we should do is get to the main era that everyone knows.
The
The
yeah.
80s and 90s.
The 80s. Let's get started.
How about you kick us off? Which one of these seem interesting to you?
I mean, everybody knows Donkey Kong, so let's start with that.
Yeah, let's get started.
Okay.
All right, so Donkey Kong. Where to begin with this game? First off, it's frickin' hard. Second, it's the first appearance of two of the most iconic characters in all of gaming history, Donkey Kong and everyone's favorite red-hatted mustachioed plumber, Mario. Though he was known as Jumpman at the time.
Do you know the story behind what he did before as a plumber?
Yeah, he was a carpenter at first. The whole plot of Donkey Kong was, well, for whatever reason, Donkey Kong kidnapped Mario's girlfriend, Pauline, and took her to a construction site to try and escape Mario. Your job is to help our friend get his girlfriend back by dodging barrels, fire, and smashing said barrels with hammers until you get to the top. Up and confront Donkey Kong. But let me
Okay.
tell you, it's a struggle. I barely get past level 2. And I'm not ashamed to admit that. Because the game is freaking hard. But hey, without Donkey Kong, we wouldn't have Mario.
Wouldn't say that exactly. Maybe something different than Mario himself.
Yeah. Look, I'm trying here, alright?
It,
So,
perfectly
how about
fine.
we talk about another star who rose during the 80s? And he was one of gaming's first. Before Kirby was the king of Chow, we had Pac-Man in 1980. Games were still kind of simple at the time, and Pac-Man's premise was just that. You go around the maze collecting dots and avoiding ghosts.
I wouldn't say it was simple because if you actually look at the design of the ghost, it's actually quite complex how the ghosts were designed to try and outsmart the player to corner Pac-Man into getting caught.
Yeah.
It was one of the most impressive designs out there out of
Yeah.
all the original games because instead of having complex like coding like most games, they didn't have that at the time. Pac-Man had the ghost doing different things to try and cut Pac-Man off, chase him into corners, and lure him into traps.
Right. So I take back what I said about it being simple. This game was possibly a huge step in the world of gaming.
But yes, it may seem simple, like the concept itself is simple, but the coding behind it to try and get the player to die is really complex.
I'll tell you. And that's what keeps you coming back is that challenge. It's simple, yet complicated. Hated, stressful, yet even a little fun. You can find Pac-Man almost anywhere these days.
Yeah. Now, how about you pick another one and you talk about it?
How about The Legend of Zelda? That's,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows Zelda. It's pretty popular. And they still make Zelda games today, obviously.
Okay, then. So, Legend of Zelda. Back in 1987, this is where it all began.
I wouldn't say that because technically this game's the second, if you did not know. The
Wait,
first one
really?
is not as popular as The Legend of Zelda.
What? No way!
Original one was a side scroller, if you did not know that.
You mean The Adventure of Link?
Yeah, that's
That's the sequel!
I'm just going to tell you, this is not the original.
Don't listen to it. Oh.
I'm going to say, how much time has people spent playing this game and wandering around cluelessly when younger?
I imagine it must have been literal hours. But it was still fun, fighting monsters, collecting rupees, powering up, getting new items, and when you finally kick into the curb, Urban Rescue Zelda, that feels like one hell of an accomplishment right there.
Okay. Any opinions about this?
Well, I've never played it, so I don't have any actual opinions on it, but
Right. It's available on Nintendo Switch Online, if you have a Switch, that is. And I imagine there's a few emulators floating around.
What do you think about the music from this game? Because I still think it's some of the best out there that
Oh, it's a
originally
freaking banger,
came
my
out.
friend.
I don't even know anything about the music of this game. I've never played it or even.
Have you been living under a rock? Dude!
Bro's missing out on good stuff.
Okay. And speaking of good stuff on the NES, we can't mention the 80s without mentioning this one.
You need to give me context, man.
Super Mario Bros. We can't mention Nintendo without mentioning Mario Bros. It was in 1985. This was the game that put Mario on the map. I mean, Donkey Kong already did, but this game forever cemented Mario as an icon in gaming history. Accompanied by his brother Luigi, he takes on various levels in order to rescue Princess Peach from Bowser, a concept we're all familiar with.
Yeah?
But this is the first game he actually did it. And kind of a misconception that I want to clear up, this is not Luigi's first appearance. He appeared in the arcade game Mario Bros. In 1983. He as the Player 2 character.
That is true. But I have a question. How many of you guys growing up at school would just pull up an emulator of this and just start speed running it? Because this is one of the games I just speed run all the time.
I don't even know how to look up emulators, so I just mostly play it on my cousin's NES Classic or my Nintendo Switch Online.
Do you guys, I'm assuming you all know about the Warp Zone secret stuff.
Who doesn't? I gotten to both Warp Zones. Zones in Worlds 2 and 4.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 and 4. Dang it! Oopsie poopsie.
I'm going to say, for the listeners out there, recommend what you search up is Jello Mario. It's a fun little game where you play through the first level of the game, and it's just funny physics.
Yep. It's basically Mario, but the physics are fricked up. So.
Okay. Well, let's take it to the 90s
But
now.
before we move on, since it's spooky season, we wanted to give an honorable mention to Polybius. It's not confirmed if the game actually exists, but since it's spooky season, we might as well throw it in here. You know what I said earlier about how dang it, about people being worried that gaming might affect kids' behavior? Well, in the legend, Polybius was made to test that, essentially by making the most hypnotic, most addictive, destructive game possible. And oh boy, they succeeded. I won't go into too much detail about what happened. You can look that up yourself. But let's just say, Polybius definitely influenced those kids, alright. And some of them, weren't feeling well, to say the least.
Are we pulling a Pokemon move now?
Yeah. Look, it's an urban legend. It's probably not real, but we wanted to give it a mention because, it's spooky month. Why not? So
Yeah.
let's go on to the 90s.
Now, let's see what we got here.
These,
One of my favorites.
and we
Tetris.
have Tetris. This
This
game was kind of like in 1989, but the reason we put the 90s is because, well, that was sort of around the time that the Game Boy started to pick up steam. And Tetris on the Game Boy is most likely the version a lot of you remember. You just stack some rows of blocks, clear the rows, and try not to get too high before getting a high score.
Have you played Tetris?
Yeah, I've played Tetris.
Thank
Talk about it.
God.
Yeah. You've been
Yeah.
quiet this whole time.
Well, every time I try and talk, this fellow over here interrupts me.
I'm
This
sorry.
guy
I'm sorry.
This guy has been controlling it a little bit.
Yeah.
Look, I'm
but,
working on controlling it. It's my first episode. Don't expect me to get everything right.
Hey, I'm
you
just
could-
going
you
to
could just let
say,
me talk.
just bring it down a notch. Let him talk finally.
Anyways.
Okay.
Everybody's played Tetris. Everybody knows Tetris.
And Tetris has numerous versions.
Dude.
Bro, my guy.
Again.
My guy, it's his turn to talk. You do not have the talkie stick.
Go, Midnight.
This is the talkie stick. This guy has the talkie stick.
Sick. Anyways, like I was saying, everybody knows Tetris, and I've had the Tetris theme song stuck in my head so many times for over so many years, and it's so annoying, honestly, at this point. And it made me kind of hate Tetris because that stupid song that gets stuck in my head. Like if I hear it for like a second, and he's patting it on the table right now.
Wow, I didn't know we had communists in this booth.
What are you talking about?
What in the world?
Wait, I got a joke. What would Tetris be called in the Cold War? Communist blocks. Get it?
No.
Okay.
Not at
You
all.
need to know history for context. It's alright. But come on, it's funny.
I'm gonna say I still enjoy playing Tetris to this day. I got a literal emulator console at my house that I plug in once in a while to my TV and just play it for hours on end.
And I played Tetris, a version of Tetris on Scratch that's surprisingly good, and I'm addicted to it.
If you really want, I can bring in the emulator and let us all play those classic games.
Dude, that rock. Nintendo, don't Thunderbolt us, please!
Don't know how they'll thunderbolt us when we're just talking about stuff and I actually own a console that's an emulator.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think Nintendo's listening to the podcast, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Right.
Now, let's talk about the rival of Mario.
Everyone's favorite blue blur, Sonic the Hedgehog.
This guy, one of my favorites, grew up with him all the time.
This is the hedgehog that defined a generation right here. He was made during possibly the starting point of the console wars. Sega needed a mascot and Alex Kidd wasn't really cutting it. So, after some development, they made Sonic, and his game was a smash hit. And it started a cultural phenomenon. Trust me, this game came on the Genesis. This was peak. But what's even more peak is its sequel, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which introduced everyone's favorite fox, Tails. Tails and his ability to fly. And not to mention it also introduced Super Sonic into the mix.
I am going to say, if we're going to be talking about Sonic, we can have a whole episode dedicated to the Blue Blur himself because there are so many things to talk about. You got the whole Sonic, video game series, then the movies, then the comic books. You got everything.
Phantom?
You got the creepypastas. You
Oh
got
yeah, Sonic.exe.
everything all
Still spooky.
over. You got so many things you could talk about with the Blue Blur.
Yeah. So yeah, Sonic as absolutely peak a lot of the time. But he has his off moments. But of course, Nintendo wasn't sitting in place during the console war either. So, to counter the Genesis, they made the Super Nintendo, and one of its release games, Super Mario World. Now that was a good one. And not only did it give us all kinds of new power-ups, some game mechanics, but it introduced Yoshi. Everyone likes Yoshi.
I don't.
Oh my god. I like this guy with the unexpected plot twist.
Yeah. Plot twist.
Why do you not like Yoshi?
I don't even like Mario generally, man.
Oh! Bro!
Okay, that's
Bro!
understandable.
Do you hear this, man?
Bro does not like the Italian pasta lover.
What do you have against Italians, dude?
Well, now we're just changing this to a race thing, man. I said I didn't like Mario.
Right. But Mario is basically Italy incarnate.
Okay, well, if I say I don't like something, it does not really translate to me liking everything.
No offense to any Italians out there. We're just trying to joke. We'll stop. All right?
If you want something interesting, I actually saw a YouTube short that's funny about this guy that's German. He was named Mario from the video game character Mario, and Mario is made by a Japanese company.
Yeah.
You got the access power. It's all.
Oh no! Oh no! They were confirmed! Or Mario was the reincarnation of the past Axis leaders!
No, I'm saying someone
Yeah, I
that's
don't think
German
that's
was
quite
named
right.
Mario based off the character.
Yeah. Sorry.
Which one do we want to talk about now? Because we can wait for this one.
Yeah. So, how about we talk about something in the RPG department? And as another phenomenon rose in the 90s. As involving cute little creatures. Yep, we can't talk about gaming without talking about its biggest franchise, Pokemon. Now, I know Pokemon might be a little bit, not great these days, but you can't debate the classics. Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, and Green in Japan. These games were amazing. See, they started the whole trope of, depart from your hometown, catch Pokemon, win gym battles, become the champion, deal with the evil team, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Back then, it was fresh. It was new. Oh, it was really creative with the monsters.
What's your opinion about Pokemon?
I love Pokemon, but
He was asking me.
I was.
I'll let
Yeah,
you talk.
but now I think Pokemon is, let's say, not the greatest. I mean,
Yeah.
like the new one, I haven't played it personally, but I have not heard very many good things about it. I mean, I've seen stuff where they don't even like model the houses and it's just straight PNGs on walls, and it's
Game Freak's really got that lazy.
If we're going to modern Pokemon, I'm just gonna say their illegal team going against Power World is just getting stupid because you know the whole concept behind the thing of using creatures you have to help you on your side to fight battles. That concept came before Pokemon, and they have legalized it as this is our copyright infringement. You cannot use this concept literally in the battle with Power World, and it's just like, why? There's
Something
no
tells me
reason
it's
to
gonna
do
backfire so badly.
Well, here's the thing. The court of law will most definitely side with Power World on that one, but the next problem with that is they still get that patent, and it does not get rid of it at all. And what that does is for any indie creator that wants to make a concept related to having those things fight for you, like just pets fight for you in video games, it's intimidating. The indie studio does not have money to do that, and it just limits indie studios from making more creative games, keeping Pokemon in control of that area of domain for video games.
Yeah, that's bloody stupid.
Okay.
But still, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow were classics. I have the original Pokemon Yellow at home. Seriously, the physical game cartridge.
Now we all love him. The pink blob that loves eating everything. We got Kirby.
Yeah, Kirby. But believe it or not, in his original game, he wasn't pink. He was white.
Yeah.
Right. It's in the sequel, Kirby's Adventure, that he got the pink and the copy ability. In the original game, he just sucked stuff up and spat it out.
what was that?
And it's just...
I don't know.
Yeah. But the thing is, Kirby is freaking amazing. He's the cutest little dude in the world. Well, I don't know much about the lore, but it seems to have a good story.
We do not need to get into that. That's another later date. I've already researched it. It's complex.
Yeah.
A basic way I can sum it up is Kirby is pure chaos energy in the purest of states possible. Well, some of the gods and other stuff he's faced is pure like chaos energy, but it's corrupted slightly in some sort of way.
Yeah. And Kirby just managed to suck right through all of it.
Like if Kirby was not there, it would have been horrible because just think of a evil Kirby instead of that. It would be way more chaotic.
Yeah.
This lore sounds like something a little kid would write. Kirby's chaos energy, and then his enemies are also chaos energy, but like extra chaotic.
Like, the main thing is, like, that's the simplest way you can sum it up in a short few words.
But still.
That's how Kirby's created and how other things are. If you get into the more deeper stuff, it just becomes more concerning, and it's just like, why is Kirby over here fighting a literal god that for some reason can make black holes and also looks like a demon from hell?
And he's just like, fire! Yeah. And seriously, Kirby is still going strong today. He's the cutest little bugger in the world.
Well,
to some people. And, well, we just hope for good things with Kirby in the future.
now, this one is one of my personal favorite games. Played it all the time. Actually completed it 100% before.
Yeah.
And that is Mario 64.
Yeah, Super
I'm going
Mario
to say
64.
there's plenty to know about it.
Sure.
And it is one of the most revolutionary games for 3D platformers because isn't it one of the
Yeah, it's one of the first out there.
one of the first 3D
It's the first to put 3D
platforms.
platforming on the map. The gameplay was fun, and it was cool to collect all the stars, all the power-ups. It kept you coming back for more.
Yeah.
Especially getting to control Mario in various ways.
Have you actually 120 the game before? Which,
No.
for context, 120 means you collected all the stars in the game that's possible
No, I have
and
not.
beat it the final boss.
No, I have not.
I'm going to say one time or another you better try and do that because it is so enjoyable but also really difficult.
Right. And also getting to see Yoshi at the top of the castle is always a nice time.
Yeah, he's only there after you 100% the game
I
and
know.
you just get the maximum lives, which is 99 lives.
Yep.
When you're done talking to Yoshi.
So yeah, Mario 64, revolutionary stuff. But something else, another type of gaming that popped up during the 90s is PC gaming. There are a few games on computers. One of gaming's most prevalent genres that started with it on PC was the first-person shooter.
This is a
And
good
we can't
one.
talk about first-person shooters without mentioning the granddaddy of them all, Doom.
Have you played Doom?
Yeah, I've played Doom.
Tell us.
I've played a whole lot of Doom. I've played a lot of Doom.
Okay, we're going to let you take this one now.
Yeah, everybody knows Doom because you can play it on everything. They've played it on actual bacteria, which that's a little interesting.
Yeah,
But I've played a whole lot of Doom. I've played Doom 2016. I played the original Doom. I've played Doom 2. I've played Doom Eternal, and I enjoy them a whole lot. I like the shooter games. I like the difficulty in them. It's just a great thing about those because
Yeah.
I think I like this guy.
I like myself too, actually.
Yeah.
Bro plays a whole bunch of Doom. I'm happy with
But yeah,
that. Doom
it starts
is amazing.
simply just as you're a surviving Marine trying to survive in the base that's been flooded with demons. 2, you now have god powers. Go tear through the devil.
Well, I wouldn't say you get god powers in the first.
I know.
Game.
That's how it goes throughout the series.
Let's talk about the
Gradually.
newer stuff.
Yeah, the newer stuff. Yeah,
newer stuff, that's
you
what-
are
You just gotta do
granted
whatever.
more broken powers.
Yeah. Sides. You start. Sides. This. It's the first game. Doom Guy isn't exactly that powerful. He's just around an average human Marine with a little extra sauce to him. But eventually he becomes the Doom Slayer, one of the most powerful characters in fiction.
You guys do know that he has traveled to multiple Earths, and he's no longer on the original Earth that it started on.
Whoa.
Literally, after going to hell, and when he came back, he was sent to a different Earth instead of being on the same one in multiple different occasions. So, pretty sure, like, in the most modern Doom game out there.
Doom the Dark Ages?
That relates to Doom Eternal also. You are on pretty sure like the 4th or 3rd Earth.
Yeah.
What's up with games and always trying to like have this super complex lore? Why couldn't he just stay like some dude who's just locked in?
Remember, he's not mad about his family dying. He's mad about his pet rabbit dying.
Yeah.
That's
So
what-
now the demons have brought him upon themselves, and he'll just rip and tear until it's done.
He never says rip and tear until it's done.
I know, but it's still cool to say. All right, gents. What's next?
Oh, well, we should probably kick things up a notch and just get to the 2000s.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking a whole bunch about the 90s and 80s and all that. I
Another
think we gotta
a
get
few games have popped
to the
up
next
during the
few
90s.
things.
90s like Toho Project, Mortal Kombat, Sonic Adventure, stuff that just got a lot of attention online, stuff that's pretty much caused revolutions. But now, we want to, starting with the 2000s, we're starting with a banger.
Everyone knows this. Everyone knows don't dig straight down. Don't mine at night. And always watch out for those creepers.
Oh man. Yep, it's Minecraft. Minecraft is a game that needs no introduction. It's simple. The game is kind of what you make it. You just survive, build stuff, fight monsters. It's a good time.
I played Minecraft so much when I was younger that I can't stand to play it anymore. Like a few years ago I started trying to play it like modded, let's spice things up, and then that got boring. Like I have ruined that game for myself.
I understand what you mean, but you always get that one time that's just like Minecraft just sounds good to play. But I have a question. What type of player are you in Minecraft? Because for me, I am the builder. I will use every block of material to build something.
Me too, but I use creative mode.
That's lame.
I like building stuff. I built a lava chicken stand.
Bro. Bro, I built a whole like out of everything you could build. Like, do you not do massive buildings with a
Yeah.
lot of detail? Because that is what I do all the time.
Wouldn't the quote unquote lava
Yeah,
chicken
I build
stand
like
take,
a-
like 3 minutes?
Yeah, I built
Technically,
like-
probably.
Yeah, but I also built like a pixel art sculpture of Mario. That was cool.
I get the idea this guy's a Mario fan.
Yeah, I think that's obvious.
Right, so what other games do we have in the 2000 era?
Well, let's get this one right here
All
because
right.
this is another Mario one because this guy loves Mario.
Mario's not my whole thing, Next
Sure
up
seems
is
like it.
Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. Not an This game is good. It takes place in Delfino Plaza. You just go around, clean up enemies. Is with your backpack flood. And it's the first game that introduced Bowser Jr. into the mix.
Yeah. Going to say, growing up playing this game was entertaining. Enjoyed it a lot. Still plenty to do, even when you finish the game, I'll say.
Yep.
Has a wonderful soundtrack, just like the original Mario 64.
Right.
And trust me, it's worth playing if you can play it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this one is technically not a game, but more of a gaming engine,
And
and
It-
that is Roblox.
Yikes.
Ooh. I put it on here because, let's face it, it's just too popular.
What is wrong with Roblox, man?
Honestly,
People
Roblox
on
has
it?
been involved with a bunch of crap recently.
I know about the recent stuff, but aside from that, what is wrong with Roblox?
Well, Roblox is kind of a game engine. There are all sorts of games on it. and some games get taken down, but not all of them.
What do you mean by it's somewhat a game engine? It's a literally game engine where people go on it and make games and
I
then
can't
it's put on their
English
site.
good, all right?
But there are good games out there on Roblox. It takes time to find because Roblox is literally designed to put the stupid ones like steal a brain rot at the very top of the search bar and have you play that type of stuff on the regular. You're not going to find the
Roblox
good
is
stuff
defined
really
as a
that
children's game,
much.
so you're gonna find
Yeah.
a whole lot of stuff like that because it's the people who make those games are trying to capitalize off the fact that kids like flashy colors and big numbers and
And it also has some not nice things on it.
It's okay.
You don't want to know.
then why'd you bring it up?
Like you don't need
Cautionary
to.
warning.
Like, we're talking
Let me
to
tell you about the
other
things you're not
people
allowed to
that's
know about.
probably at our age. They're not going to be too worried about that.
Let's move on.
I'm going to say if you actually put time and effort into playing Roblox, you can actually find good games out there that are
Yeah.
really well designed and
Roblox is a
don't
good game
feel
in the same
like
sentence.
Roblox. Okay, let's get to the 2010s. We all know it.
Let's get into something that defined the horror genre. Or.
Stop.
No, just no.
Yep.
It's the teddy bear himself, the goofy goober, Freddy Fazbear.
Yep, Five Nights at Freddy's. This game, I don't know what to make of it. I don't play horror games. I'm kind of a scaredy cat. I got that from my mom.
Okay, do I need to give the rundown?
No. It's just there's a back crap ton of lore. So basically, you're a security guard. You work in like the little screen room and try to survive killer robots. That's it.
That is the basic premise, but I think you're not giving it as much detail as you could put into it. You want to add more about it?
If I
You
had more
know it?
detail, we'd be here all day.
Yeah, I'm not going into the lore, and he pretty much just summed it up. You're a security guard. You have two doors you gotta shut. You look at the cameras, and oh my gosh, robots, and they're trying to kill you. Gee willikers.
Yeah, that is
That's
like
it.
the first few games, and then you get to.
And that inspired
other
a whole lot of
ones.
people to make a whole lot of things based off that. And it's probably the game with the most fan games ever.
Yeah, that is kind of true.
Right. So how about we take a break from some of the big shots and go to an indie game? We can't bring out the 2010s without bringing this game up, Undertale.
Oh, let me just you said without bringing up an indie game, like FNAF wasn't an indie game. It was
Oh,
made by
FNAF
like
was.
one dude.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. We'll stay on course with indie games
Bruh.
and talk about something that's not horror related. Undertale.
My
my
guy
God.
over here messing up big time with his video game knowledge.
I'm a goofy goober.
Don't do that ever again.
I was going to say, if you're going to say Goofy Goober, all that popped in my head was, yeah. And it was just the music.
Yeah. But yeah, Undertale was something extraordinary. Or basically,
Fandom wasn't.
it amassed a huge fan base. It was made by mostly one person.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. But I know a lot of you know Undertale just for Sans and Megalovania. But still, the option to spare your opponents is out there, people. Just throwing that out there.
Well, I think we got to start speeding through this. So, next up, we got Cuphead. Wonderful game.
But hecka hard.
That is the whole point of Cuphead. It's designed for you to die and learn from what you did wrong.
Yeah.
It is designed for you to repeatedly go through the motions and learn how to counter it.
Yep.
Then there is Hollow Knight, a wonderful, good game with lots of content, great music, worth playing.
And also
Very-
a whole lot of posers behind it. Holy. The amount of people I've seen who have suddenly been, I've been on Hollow Knight since day one after Silksong dropped is upsetting. I'm not
I've-
even particularly a big Hollow Knight fan, but I just hate posers.
I've been playing Hollow Knight for a minute now. Like, I'd say probably a month or two ago I started playing it, which I was just getting into it because my friend did not stop telling me to start playing it. And I'm just like, I have it now, so might as well play it. Which, it is really enjoyable. Hours worth of content. I'll tell you that. Then we all know this game. It's one of the other ones that just became basically like Roblox on its content that it has, and that's Fortnite.
Yeah, the Battle Royale game. And with all sorts of collabs. Abs, dance moves, oops, and Goku. Oh yeah, and Mr. Beast as well.
Yeah, it's some of the most randomest stuff you'll find.
Yeah.
Fortnite has lots of random stuff just like Roblox, and no longer really seems like its own game, more just like a gaming engine where people make their own version of Steal a Brain Rot.
Yeah. But outside of Fortnite, we have a few other bangers like Super Mario 3D World, Mario Odyssey, Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, and Sonic Mania.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
let's go on to the current era, the 2020s.
Okay, well, let's kick things off with, Pizza Tower.
Yeah, Pizza Tower. If any of you have played Wario Land 4, this game is kind of like that, except a lot faster. Faster and more Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it, this guy in Italians?
I
like
don't know
Italian.
what it's with Italians and video games.
I don't know. It's just Peppino is kind of modeled after Wario.
I'm not seeing the resemblance.
Mario and
Like,
Mario a
at
little
all.
bit.
Friday Night Funkin'.
Yeah, everyone knows F&F. It
It's
doesn't really
definitely a
need too
game.
much of an introduction. The modding community has been all over this game, adding all sorts of crossovers.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say there's a lot of fun games out there, starting from the beginning of video games all the way to now. There's a lot to enjoy out there, a lot
Yeah.
of games to enjoy. Just look around and you'll find something you will most definitely want to try.
Yeah.
And before we wrap things up, how about we all share like some video game we enjoy quite a lot?
Okay. One game I enjoy. I like the Dragon Quest III remake. That one's a good one.
Okay.
And rest in peace, Toriyama. Just wanted to.
What about you? What's a game you like a lot?
We had a whole lot of fighters on the list, but we didn't mention a single one of them. And I like fighters, like Fighter Z,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I'm a big fan of that one.
Yeah, I love Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Maybe next time we'll talk about that type of stuff. For me, I'm the type of person that loves playing like my own adventure, playing on my own time, soloing stuff. So like Kingdom Hearts and then Batman, the Arkham series. Good games. I enjoy those a lot.
Yeah, I also like Animal Crossing too. It's just kind of a relaxed game, you know?
Yeah. Well, this is Digital One Up. I'm Ben,
I'm Gabe.
And I'm Brady.
and we are your host, and I hope you enjoyed.
Sayonara.
Thank you for listening